everyone, I hope you're having a good week. Today we are going to be making spaghetti and meatballs. So we're going to start with the meatballs. The first thing that we are going to do after we wash our hands is we're going to preheat the oven to 375 degrees. Heated the oven, we're going to start making our meatballs. So the ingredients that we're going to need is I'm using 1 pound of turkey. You could use beef or turkey. I'm going to be using breadcrumbs, a little bit of garlic, 1 egg, and then I'm gonna add in a little bit of marinara sauce and a few spices that I'll show you guys as we're doing it. So the first thing that we are going to do is put the breadcrumbs into our bowl. So I'm gonna put in 1/2 cup of breadcrumbs. Next, I am actually gonna put about 1/8 cup of water into the bowl and let the breadcrumbs soak in the water for about 2 minutes to soften them a little bit. And just mix it around a little bit. Just gonna look like that, and I'm just gonna let it soften for 2 minutes. So once our breadcrumbs have been sitting for about 2 minutes, I'm gonna put my egg in next. And then I'm gonna start to add in some of my spices and a little bit of marinara sauce. So I'm gonna start with a teaspoon of oregano. I'm gonna put 1 teaspoon of basil in. I am also going to add a little bit of onion powder in for taste. And then I'm going to add a teaspoon of garlic. So I use minced garlic. So you can use cloves and cut it, or you can get minced garlic. And next I'm gonna put in a tiny bit of marinara sauce. So I'm gonna put in about 1/8 cup again. Next we are going to add, we'll mix it a little bit, just to kind of stir all of the ingredients together. And then lastly, we're gonna put our turkey in as the meat, or you can use beef or whatever meat you would like. So this is 1 pound of turkey, ground turkey. I'm gonna put right in to my mixture. And then we are going to stir it all together. So when you're stirring, you can stir and mix it all together with your hands. I'm going to do it with a spoon, but you can do either. So you're just gonna stir it until everything is combined. So once you mix it all together, it'll look like this. And the next thing we're gonna do is put it onto our baking sheet and form it into some balls. This is how the meatballs will look when they're all rolled in onto the pan, and now we are going to put them into the oven. So we are gonna cook the meatballs in the oven for about 20 minutes at 375. So in 20 minutes, we'll check back on them and see if they're ready. So while our meatballs are cooking, we'll start to make the pasta. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I filled my pot of water about a little bit more than halfway, and I'm gonna turn it to a boil. I'm also just gonna add a little bit of salt in for taste. We are now gonna add in our pasta. And then whatever it says on the package, so it should be around like 10 to 12 minutes, we're gonna stir and cook the pasta until it's ready. So I'm gonna stir it until all the pasta goes into the pot. So now that our pasta is pretty much cooked through, we are going to drain it. So I'm just gonna drain it into a colander and then put it right back into the pot. So this is what the pasta looks like once it is drained and put back into the pot. So the last thing that we are going to do now is take out our meatballs, and then we're gonna cook them. We're gonna put them into a pot with sauce just to kind of put some more marinara sauce on them. So this is how the meatballs look once they are taken out of the oven. So now we have a pot and marinara sauce, and we're gonna put it all in our pan. So now this is a new pot that we will put the meatballs in. So I'm gonna take my marinara sauce. And now I'm going to take my meatballs and put them in the pot. So now I'm gonna stir the meatballs so that they are all covered with the sauce. And then I will put it on simmer. So this is just to heat them up in the sauce, and they'll cook a little bit more when they're being simmered for when you're ready to serve them. So this is what it will look like. All your meatballs nice in the pot. And then when you're ready to eat, you'll just place the pasta and the meatballs and the sauce together. So this is how it looks when it's all done. So I have 2 meatballs and some spaghetti on the plate with some sauce. This is a pretty quick and easy meal you can just make at home for dinner. So I hope you enjoy it and have a great week.